this strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear, finding myself making every possible mistake. La 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 la.
How Lace Up Stand Up started was actually we were in a leadership in groups class, and the final of the class was a social change project. So the 10 of us as a class decided we put up all these different issues that we needed social change for. The one we came up with to actually do for our final project was bullying. So that was the first step, is actually deciding what change we wanted to make. And then the second step was organizing everybody and where they're going to be in that change making. So we came up with, so this person's going to do marketing, this person's going to do curriculum, and we all kind of combined forces to come with how we're actually going to attack the problem. But first we need to answer the question, what change needed to be made, and how were we going to make that change. So when we talk about bullying, we had to define it, and that was one of the hardest things, is actually to define the idea that it's in the eyes of the beholder. So if someone thinks it's bullying, it's bullying. No matter if it's teasing or physical abuse, if the person who's getting bullied feels like it's bullying, then it is bullying no matter what. So that was a major step in the process as well. And then through that came the marketing aspect of getting our name out there and approaching schools to see if we could go into their school to give our workshop. And then since we did that, we actually got to do our pilot program at Boys and Girls Club Linda Vista Teen Center, and got to do our first pilot workshop, which went really well. So the process, again, was probably just finding out what change needed to be made, find out a way to make that change, and then going about implementing it into a school or system that we wanted to go to. So.
When people call names, when people put others down.
There's a witness, so someone's seeing bullying. There's a bully, of course, and there's the victim, the person who's getting bullied. Workshops is that we go in and teach leadership techniques to students who are witnesses of bullying. So we really sat down and we said, does the person getting bullied have the power to go and really help him or herself, or is it on the witness to stand up and make the difference? And we decided that it is on the witness, and we could really teach them the leadership tools that they need in order to, we call it, intervene or have an intervention in that situation. So in our workshop, what we focus on first is team building, and then the second, so we do a whole bunch of team organizational skill building, and then from there we break it down into the curriculum, what bullying is and how we're going to fix that, and then the next thing we do is implement that. So we work on having activities that they can implement the techniques that they just learned to realize that everyone is equal and on the same level. So there shouldn't be bullying in the first place. What really this idea came from is an idea that me and my partner Chris Barrett found, is that it's a story of this kid who wore green shoelaces in school and was bullied for it. So what his classmates did were they all decided to wear these green shoelaces so the bully couldn't pick on anybody else. And that story really resonated with Chris and I, and in our attack of bullying, because Chris was a witness when he was in middle school and didn't do anything about it. And I was a victim actually of bullying, and I wish that someone could have stepped up and done something about it. So the idea of everyone standing up against bullying together really helped form the curriculum of Lace Up Stand Up. So how we're helping bullying is actually turning into a national effort. So what our pilot program did to Boys and Girls Club is gave us an opportunity to actually partner with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater San Diego. And next semester we're actually planning on going to 17 Boys and Girls Clubs in San Diego County. That is going to be our addition to a national partnership with Boys and Girls Clubs and also give us exposure to middle schools and high schools that want our program or workshop to come into their school and teach them bullying techniques. So our biggest effort against bullying is turning into a national effort very quickly as high school students and college students around the country are coming to us, asking us if they could implement their program in their school.
Ally doesn't necessarily have to be your friend. It's someone that just has your back no matter what. Lace up, ready? Lace up! Lace up! Stand 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 up!
Lace up, stand up.
Lace up, stand up.
Lace up!
An example of our efforts actually coming through is we heard a story recently after we went into the Boys and Girls Club from the director, Celeste De Leon, and she told us about a story of this kid who was getting picked on during a soccer game, and this was after our program. And what happened was that a popular kid who usually didn't stand up against bullies or protected the victim came up and protected the victim and told the bully, hey, listen, this is wrong, that you shouldn't be doing this, and used the intervention techniques that we taught him against the bully. So that was a great example of what we taught that kid really coming through and actually working in the real world.
I am happy. I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We're gonna work it out.
One day.
We're gonna work it out.
One day.
We're gonna work it out.
I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We're gonna work it out.
One day.
We're gonna work it out.
One day.
We're gonna work
I
it out.
have a dream.
I got a dream.
That one day.
That one day. I'ma look deeper than myself. I gotta find a way. My dream is to be. My dream is to be. My dream is to be.